What's the best piece of advice you've ever received, and how has it impacted your life?
I used to have, when I first started my construction company about 3 years in, or 2 or 3 years in, I hired my first estimator. And he was an interesting character. But the one thing that really sticks out to me that he told me in my career, we were bidding a job, and I really wanted the job because it was a really large contract, but it was kind of messy, and there was risk involved with it because the scope of work was just very miscellaneous and not really in alignment with like a normal project. It had some of the features of a normal project for us, but then it had some miscellaneous things that was kind of outside our everyday scope of work. And it was tight. The bidding war was tight to get the job with the general contractor. And I'll never forget, Paul Shivers is who told me this. He said, "Son," by the way, Paul's like 60 and I'm like 27 at the time. Like, he's substantially older than me, could easily be my dad and maybe even be my grandfather. He said, "Son," he said, "some of the best jobs you'll ever do and ever deal with are the ones you say no to." And what he meant by that was sometimes making sure you get the right price and not buckling on your price and not getting in a bidding war so much that you get rid of your profit and now you're taking a risk on profit. It's not a for sure thing that you're going to make a bunch of money and this is a good deal. If it's not a situation like that, then you run the risk of losing your ass on a project. And I was young, and I was ambitious, and I was hungry, and I was being aggressive. And when he told me that, it really hit home with me that sometimes it's just not losing and keeping what you have and not risking the profit on your other business activities. In this case, for me, it was projects. Not risking the profit from those other projects by doing a risky project that I could lose money on. In the long run, making bets on winners and not risking anything on losers and just going forward and making money all the time and not losing money on a project is in fact the best thing I could do over the course of a quarter, a year, and a career. And it really hit home with me that some of the best jobs I do are the ones that I decide not to touch unless I get perfect terms. And that's really stuck with me, and it's been a tool in my tool belt for quite a while, and I think it's helped me win in real estate as well, because I've passed on a lot of deals, and it was because I'm only going to take winners that I know I'm going to knock it out the park with. And I'm very grateful to Paul for that. He's actually still alive. He's working at a concrete company in Georgia now. So Paul, if you watch my videos, man, I love you and thank you for that lesson.